Everyone in business talks about high-performing teams, right? And so the question is, what does a high-performance team look like? And more importantly, how do I build such a team? And also, how do I make sure that we keep on at high-performance levels? Now, I'd like to share with you 5 practical strategies that could potentially take your already good or well-performing team to absolutely exceptional. 5 strategies. The first one is hire for value and a good fit. So during an interview process, you need to be clear in terms of what is the talent we are seeking, and does this person have the right fit in terms of passion, energy, emotional intelligence. So take your time to make sure that you structure your interview process in such a way that we are 100% sure that this person will add value to the team. The second strategy is psychological safety. So high performance teams have no fear of the future. Everyone exists with freedom. They can operate with freedom. There's no fear that I might be losing my job. So we want to create an atmosphere and a climate and a culture where we can ask questions, we can challenge the status quo, we can keep one another accountable, we can speak up, we can freely engage and challenge whether our strategy that brought us here will take us forward or not. And I think a practical tip for leaders is to model vulnerability. You be the first one to say, look, I'm not sure. I don't have all the answers. Let's test this. Let's shoot with small ammunition. And if it works and we've convinced ourselves that this is moderate risk, then we'll shoot the big cannons. So be the first to admit your own vulnerability. The third strategy is to align everyone towards the future. And this is very, very important, because this means that your individuals in your team engage and they buy into a meaningful future. So therefore, it's absolutely important that everybody in your team should be able to answer, who are we and what does our desired future look like? So we look to build a collective, aligned sense of belonging towards contributing towards the future. The fourth strategy is to give ownership and not just a to-do list. So high-performing individuals and teams take ownership and responsibility. They keep themselves accountable. So it's important to understand ownership motivates. Ownership leads to engagement and individual accountability, where micromanagement leads to burnout. A wonderful resource on this topic is Patrick Lencioni, and he wrote a brilliant book called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And it's all about openness, sharing, commitment, trust leads to accountability, and finally some really high-performing results coming from a team. So give ownership, don't take control. And then the final strategy, number 5, is make feedback a two-way happening or a habit. So that means continuous, transparent, constructive feedback, not just once a year performance evaluation, but it goes both ways. So there's an openness and freedom to give one another feedback, to share. So it's horizontal feedback, it's vertical feedback. And also, don't be afraid to ask your team, hey, how can I do better? You know, what should I start doing? What should I stop doing? And what can I improve on? High-performance teams aren't built by accident. High-performance teams are made up of individuals. The high-performance team culture is built, it's designed, it's nurtured, and you need to lead with intention. This should be an intentional decision that I'm going to build the future of my company with high-performance teams. Teams that self-organize themselves, that takes ownership and accountability, and buys into the desired future. I'm excited to be working with management teams where we empower individuals with management skills, we look at leadership, we develop leadership skills, and if that is a need in your organization, let's have a conversation around possible solutions that can fit you where you find yourself at with yourself and your team. Have a fantastic, inspirational day. I look forward to chatting with you.